Imagine waking up tomorrow, you brew your morning coffee, and you sit down to check your YouTube dashboard.
Right? Just a normal morning.
Exactly. And you're inching toward that magical monetization finish line. But when the page loads, you realize the goalposts haven't just moved, they've been pushed like 20 million views further away.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
For thousands of creators out there, that nightmare scenario becomes reality on February 1st, 2027. We are looking at a fundamental earthquake in the creator economy.
We really are. And the shockwaves are going to hit absolutely everyone.
Yeah.
The ground beneath every independent creator is shifting in a way we just haven't seen in nearly a decade. I mean, we are moving from an era of casual growth into this heavily regulated, aggressively filtered system.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We've got a massive stack of sources today detailing a sweeping structural shakeup to the YouTube Partner Program.
The big one.
Yeah, the official system that dictates who gets to monetize their content and actually earn ad revenue on the platform.
Right.
The new rules go into effect in February 2027, and, well, they leave almost no stone unturned. Our sources include the exact breakdown of the new barrier to entry thresholds, the strict new ongoing activity rules for people who are already monetized, and the overarching macroeconomic strategy behind why YouTube is making these decisions in the first place.
There is a big strategy behind this.
There really is. And our mission for you today is simple. We are going to demystify these incredibly daunting new numbers, extract exactly what this means for the global creator economy, and provide a tailored roadmap for what you need to do. Whether you are a veteran earner sitting on millions of views, or you are literally just starting a channel today.
Exactly.
Okay, let's unpack this. And looking at the massive data dashboard you just pulled up for me, I mean, the sheer volume of global data points flowing through this ecosystem is staggering.
It really is, and it's necessary context for what we're about to discuss. Because we are dealing with unprecedented scale today. When you look at the raw data, just the sheer volume of content uploaded every single minute and the capital flowing through this system, you realize why these changes are happening. It's a numbers game, and the platform is essentially rewriting the rule book from the ground up.
Let's start with the biggest headline from our sources, which is the entirely new baseline for anyone trying to join the YouTube Partner Program starting February 1st, 2027.
The new creator experience.
Right. Currently, to get your foot in the door and start earning ad revenue, a new creator needs 1,000 subscribers, plus either 4,000 watch hours in the past year or 10 million shorts views in the past 90 days.
Which was already a pretty high bar.
Yeah, that has been the standard for a while. But starting in 2027, the subscriber requirement stays at 1,000, but the performance metrics literally double.
Oh, 100% increase.
That's wild.
Yeah, that is not a minor adjustment for inflation or like a slight algorithm tweak. That is a brick wall being built twice as high, seemingly overnight.
So new applicants will need 8,000 watch hours over a 365-day period. Or, if they're focusing on short-form content, 20 million qualified shorts views over a 90-day period.
20 million.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's actually do the math on this to make it real for you listening, because 8,000 hours sounds a bit abstract until you break down the physical reality of achieving it.
Right, you have to visualize it.
Exactly. 8,000 watch hours in a year equates to roughly 22 hours of continuous, unbroken total watch time every single day for a full year.
Every single day.
You would need the equivalent of a human being sitting in a chair, staring at your content for almost an entire day, every single day, with no days off.
And achieving that requires a fundamental shift in strategy. I mean, you can't just rely on a couple of decent videos a month anymore to hit those numbers.
No, definitely not.
To generate 22 hours of daily watch time, a creator either needs a massive, highly searchable back catalog of dozens and dozens of videos.
Right, an archive.
Yeah. Or they need to be producing content with almost television-level viewer retention.
And that's just for traditional long-form horizontal video. When we shift over to the shorts requirement, the math becomes even more intense.
Oh, it's brutal.
20 million shorts views in 90 days. If you break that down, you have to average over 222,000 views every single day for 3 months straight.
It's just a staggering daily requirement.
But put that into physical terms.
Right.
Imagine a massive college football stadium. A really big one holds maybe 100,000 people. You would need to completely pack that stadium to the brim twice over every single day and have every single person in those seats watch your short video.
What's fascinating here is how this functions as an incredibly powerful filter.
A vil-
Yeah, when you look at those numbers, I mean, filling 2 stadiums a day, it becomes clear that this is a deliberate, highly calculated move by the platform. And we should clarify a very specific term in the sources.
Oh, what's that?
The sources specifically say qualified shorts views.
Oh, glad you caught that.
Yeah.
What makes a view qualified? I guess I always assumed a view was just a view.
Far from it, actually. A qualified view means the algorithm is actively filtering out bot traffic, inorganic engagement, and most importantly, the instant swipe-aways.
Ah, the swipes.
Right. If a user flicks past your short in the first second or two, that does not count towards your 20 million.
Yeah.
The view only registers if the viewer actually pauses and engages with the content for a meaningful duration.
Wow.
So you aren't just trying to blast a video onto 222,000 screens a day. You have to successfully capture and hold 222,000 human attention spans every single day.
That is an exhausting pace. I mean, if I'm a new creator, my upload frequency would have to be insane to hit that.
Absolutely.
I couldn't just post 1 short a week. I'd likely need to post 3, maybe 5 highly optimized videos a day unless I get incredibly lucky with the algorithm.
And that is entirely by design. You know, in the early days of the internet, a single viral video could make you a partner.
Sure.
But 20 million qualified views over 90 days requires a machine. It requires a rigorous content strategy, a deep understanding of retention mechanics, and a highly engaged audience.
It's a full-time job.
It is. YouTube is essentially saying that the era of casual monetization is over. They are using these massive numbers as a filter to weed out the hobbyists from the professionals before they even enter the payroll system.
Right.
They only want to grant access to ad revenue to creators who have serious, undeniable, and sustained momentum.
Which makes sense, but I mean, if YouTube is building a 20 million view brick wall to keep new creators out, you have to wonder how safe the creators are who are already standing inside the fortress.
A lot of people are wondering that right now.
Which leads us right into the second major revelation in our sources. What happens to the millions of creators who are already in the partner program, earning a living under the old rules?
Well, the sources explicitly state that if you are already monetized, you are grandfathered in.
Okay.
Current partners will not automatically lose their monetization status just because the entry baseline doubled.
I'm going to push back heavily on the platform's use of the word grandfathered, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when I read through the fine print in these sources, that word offers a massive, almost dangerous false sense of security.
I can see that.
It makes it sound like you have tenure,
Yeah.
like you are set for life and untouchable. But this grandfathering comes with some serious strings attached.
Right, it's not a free pass.
Not at all. First, there is a hard contract deadline. Existing creators must accept the updated program terms by January 31st, 2027.
Which is a firm cutoff.
Yes, if you miss that click of a button, your standing is in jeopardy. But much more importantly, there are new, strict, ongoing activity rules.
The maintenance metrics.
Exactly.
This is a complete paradigm shift for existing channels.
To avoid being kicked out of the program, an existing creator has to maintain at least 1,000 watch hours a year, or 1 million shorts views, or maintain consistent uploads.
And they define consistent, right?
Yes, which they define as 2 long-form videos or 5 shorts every 90 days. And if you go totally inactive for 6 months, you are completely removed from the program.
And if you are removed, you don't just get to pause your account and come back later.
No, if you get removed, you have to reapply from scratch and meet the insane new 8,000 hour or 20 million view entry requirements all over again. Ouch. Yeah, I was thinking about how this practically functions, and it feels exactly like a high-end gym membership.
A gym membership. Okay, how so?
Well, you can't just hold the elite VIP card in your wallet and tell people you're a member. You actually have to swipe in, show up, and sweat on the equipment.
Oh, I see.
If you don't show up for 6 months, they don't just pause your billing. They cut the lock on your locker, throw your stuff out, cancel your card, and make you pay double the initiation fee if you ever want to walk back through the doors.
That gym analogy perfectly captures the strategic pivot we're seeing here. I mean, we're witnessing the death of the passive income channel.
Right.
For years, there was this incredible phenomenon where a creator could make a batch of highly searchable evergreen videos, say, a highly detailed tutorial on how to fix a specific leaky faucet, or a masterclass on a software program.
Those always get views.
Exactly. And then they could just walk away. They could literally retire, not upload a single video for 3 or 4 years, and just collect a steady ad revenue check every month because people kept organically searching for those old videos.
Work once, get paid forever. It was the ultimate dream for so many creators.
It was, but it's a highly inefficient system for the platform itself. YouTube doesn't want to split ad revenue with ghost towns.
Good point.
By instituting these activity requirements and the 6-month inactivity purge, they are shifting the entire definition of the program from passive income to active partnership.
The operative word is partner.
Exactly. They're demanding that if you want a share of today's ad revenue, you must be a participant who is actively driving current engagement and keeping users on the platform today.
And while uploading a couple of long videos every few months might save your standard monetization, the rules of gravity completely change when we look at short-form content.
They really do.
Here's where it gets really interesting and, honestly, a little punishing. We need to talk about the short squeeze.
Right, the new Shorts rules.
According to our sources, there are separate, highly specific rules just for shorts. Starting in February 2027, to keep receiving ad and subscription revenue specifically from shorts, all channels, even the ones that are already monetized and actively uploading, must maintain 10 million qualified shorts views in a trailing 90-day window.
A trailing 90-day window. We really need to break down the mechanics of what that actually means, because it is the most demanding metric in this entire update.
I was trying to wrap my head around this. It initially sounded to me like a grueling corporate sales quota, where you close a massive deal in December, but when January 1st hits, your board is wiped clean to zero, your sales counter resets, and your boss demands to know what you've done lately.
It sounds like that, yeah.
But that's not quite how a trailing window works, is it?
No, it's actually much more relentless than a monthly quota that wipes clean. A trailing 90-day window doesn't reset on the first of the month. It rolls day by day.
Okay.
Every single morning you wake up, the views you earned 91 days ago fall completely off your record.
Oh, wow. So it's more like trying to keep a hot air balloon afloat.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
You can't just blast the burner once with a massive viral hit and expect to stay in the clouds forever.
Yeah.
Every single day, gravity is pulling you down as those old views fall out of the bottom of the basket. You have to continuously pump fresh heat, new views, into the balloon today, just to stay at your current altitude. If you dip below that 10 million mark for the trailing 90 days, you lose your shirt's ad revenue until you pump enough heat back in to rise above the line again.
That is a much more accurate way to look at it.
Right.
And thankfully, if your balloon dips below the 10 million mark, your long-form revenue remains unaffected.
Oh, that's a relief.
Right. But for your short-form content, you are fighting a constant battle against gravity. This raises an important question about behavioral engineering.
Behavioral engineering.
Yeah, why construct a system that requires constant daily maintenance?
It definitely forces you to never take a vacation, that's for sure.
It forces predictability. YouTube is deliberately designing a system that rewards consistency and habitual viewership over lucky one-off viral spikes.
Right.
If you have a video that gets 15 million views because it was picked up by a news outlet, that's great for a week. But those viewers aren't loyal to you. They were just curious about a spectacle.
They're not sticking around.
Exactly. Advertisers want predictability. The platform wants predictability. By forcing a trailing 90-day window, they are telling creators, you need to build a daily habit with your viewers.
Yeah.
The hot air balloon mechanics ensure a continuous pipeline of fresh, engaging content, which in turn keeps users opening the app every single day.
Well, I'm looking at all these punishing new metrics, the 20 million view entry wall, the constant threat of a 6-month purge, the endless hot air balloon of maintaining shorts views, and it begs a massive question about motivation.
Why do all this?
Exactly. Why is the platform squeezing so hard right now? It sounds like they are aggressively pulling up the ladder and locking the gates.
It does feel that way.
But to understand the true strategy, we have to zoom out to the macroeconomic picture and look at the one crucial entryway they explicitly chose not to change.
Which is perhaps the most vital piece of context in our sources today.
Yeah, let's deliver some good news for a minute. The lower tier of the partner program, the tier built around fan funding features like super chats, channel memberships, and YouTube shopping, remains exactly the same.
No changes there.
That threshold is staying at 500 subscribers, 3 public uploads in the last 90 days, and either 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views. It has not moved an inch.
It remains a very viable, accessible on-ramp.
Yeah.
It allows newer creators to start monetizing their most loyal, core fans even before they hit the massive doubled ad revenue thresholds.
And on top of that, our sources highlight that YouTube is expanding Premium Lite, their lower-cost subscription tier, globally.
Right.
And crucially, YouTube expects to pay creators more overall in 2027 than they did in 2026.
That's the part that catches people off guard.
Which brings me to the financial modeling dashboard you have up right now. Or, well, I guess the backdrop shifted to this bustling cityscape, like a huge stock market ticker.
Yeah, to visualize the sheer scale here.
The numbers are astronomical.
Since 2021, YouTube has paid out over $100 billion to creators, artists, and media companies.
100 billion.
And there are currently over 3 million creators actively in the partner program. That is the scale we're dealing with. It's not just a video hosting website. It is the size of a nation-state's economy.
So what does this all mean? I'm looking at this $100 billion payout, and the strategy feels completely contradictory.
How so?
They publicly state they have more money than ever, the pie is growing, and payouts will increase. Yet, they are putting up 20 million view brick walls and threatening purges. Are they just reaching a saturation point where they are tired of managing the administrative overhead of 3 million creators?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the contradiction dissolves into a very clear, somewhat ruthless business reality.
Okay, lay it on me.
At a payout scale of $100 billion, across an ecosystem of 3 million monetized channels, YouTube doesn't need more creators. They need better creators.
So it's entirely about quality control on the supply side.
Precisely. The pie is absolutely growing. Ad revenue is up, premium subscriptions are expanding. But YouTube wants to cut fewer, much larger slices.
I see.
By raising the bar to 20 million shorts views for new entrants, it becomes mathematically nearly impossible to game the system. Think about the vulnerabilities of a lower threshold. Bad actors can spin up hundreds of channels, flood the platform with low-effort, mass-produced, scraped or stolen content, and sneak over the line just enough to siphon off ad revenue.
Which dilutes the payout pool for the creators actually doing the hard work?
It dilutes the pool, and even worse, it terrifies advertisers. Brands paying top dollar do not want their pre-roll ads running in front of low-effort spam.
Definitely not.
But 20 million qualified views in 90 days, you cannot fake that with a bot farm. You cannot achieve that by stealing someone else's content, because the algorithm's retention metrics will catch the lack of genuine engagement.
So they're essentially building a fortress around the growing ad revenue. They're protecting the advertisers and, by extension, protecting the ad rates for the elite creators who survive the filter.
Right.
They are shifting the identity of a YouTuber from a casual hobby that might pay for your groceries into a rigorous professional television network of one.
That is exactly what this is, a professionalization of the entire ecosystem.
We have covered a massive amount of ground today, from the terrifying new math of daily view counts to the underlying behavioral engineering, to the $100 billion macroeconomic strategy.
It's a lot to process.
It is. So I want to synthesize all of this into a clear, tactical roadmap for you listening. So if we look at the board, the strategy becomes clear based entirely on where you currently stand.
Let's break it down.
If you are close to the finish line right now, say you're sitting at 3,500 watch hours or 8 million shorts views, your mission is to sprint as hard as you physically can. You have until February 1st, 2027. Optimize your titles, increase your upload frequency, analyze your retention metrics, and do whatever it takes to lock in your spot inside the fortress under the older, easier rules.
Absolutely.
Now, if you are already inside the program, your only job is vigilance. Circle January 31st, 2027 on your calendar to accept the new terms.
Don't miss that date.
And look at your upload schedule. You need to maintain a consistent posting rhythm, even if it's just 2 high-quality long-form videos every 3 months, so they don't clear out your gym locker.
Keep the card active.
Exactly. And for the beginners, the ones starting a channel today, ignore the 8,000 hours. Ignore the 20 million views entirely. Trying to hit those on day one will just lead to burnout.
100%.
Aim strictly for that unchanged 500 subscriber fan funding tier. Treat that as your true entry point. Build a core community that cares enough to buy a super chat or a channel membership. The massive ad revenue thresholds will eventually follow, but community is the only foundation that will keep you afloat.
Those are the exact practical steps every creator needs to be taking right now. But as we wrap up, there is one final lingering tension from our analysis of these sources that I think everyone needs to deeply consider.
What's that?
We talked about how YouTube is aggressively trying to filter out low effort, mass produced videos by demanding incredibly high, consistent output and qualified engagement.
Right.
But we are also standing at the exact moment in technological history where generative AI tools are making it easier and faster than ever to mass produce content.
Yeah, the timing of these rule changes alongside the AI boom feels highly intentional.
It creates a fascinating paradox to mull over. Are these astronomical new thresholds demanding 222,000 views a day? Are they YouTube's preemptive strike to ensure that only high-quality, deeply human-driven content survives the coming flood of AI generation?
A moat against the machines.
Exactly. Are they building a moat? Or, ironically, by demanding such a grueling, relentless pace to maintain that trailing 90-day window, will YouTube accidentally force genuine creators to rely on AI automation just to keep up with the physical demands of the quota?
Wow. That is the ultimate tension of the modern creator economy. Are they trying to kill the machine, or are they inadvertently forcing us to merge with it just to survive the algorithm?
Something to think about.
Definitely. If this deep dive was useful to you, or if you know someone staring down these massive 2027 changes and wondering how they're going to adapt, please share this with a creator friend who needs to hear this critical information before the rules flip.
Get the word out.
Keep creating, keep adapting, and we'll see you on the next one.